let's get one thing straight. There is no right or wrong way to manifest. You can use other people's techniques to manifest and it works. You can find your own way to manifest and it works. But I'm here to tell you that it's impossible to be able to manifest if you're not able to feel. Yeah, that's right. The only reason why we exist in this physicality is because our emotions make up being a human. So on today's video, I'm going to share with you a very intriguing tip that I know a majority of us have heard, but I'm going to give you the dark side and the light side that most people don't want to tell you about manifesting. And when you be able to understand how your emotions are the primary caretaker in order for your manifestation to come true, oh, it's game over.
Let's get lost.
What is gooch, you beautiful souls? Welcome back on Embracing the Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, welcome, boo-boos. On this channel, I speak about spirituality with compassion, emotional awareness with love. I do guided readings for each zodiac sign, and I feel I need to talk about things that need to be talked about that aren't talked about, because it's our divine right to know more than what we've been told. And because we're the creator of our fucking lives. So let's be honest about that, boo-boo. So if you want to book your own personal reading or healing session, all that information is down in the description box below, as well as the link for my new merch. So go check that out, you guys. But other than that, let's jump right into this, because I don't want to waste no one's time. You know, all my life I had troubles manifesting because, of course, majority of us come from a lifestyle of poverty or lack mentality. I'm here to tell you, you know, the cards you've been dealt with, it's not your fault. Your soul actually chose that lifestyle. It's because it's here to teach you spiritual growth, spiritual strength, because we're just more than physical beings. But today we're going to get into the concept of this little manifestation technique that I have been implementing in my life, and man, has it been instant. And I know all of us have heard this all over the world through everything about manifesting, is that you have to feel the emotion and embody it. But I'm here to tell you the dark side and the light side of using your emotions that are the primary caretaker to make your manifestation come to fruition. Now, before we even get started on the good things, we're going to start with the dark side. Majority of us want to manifest because we're manifesting out of our traumas. Yes, I say that again. We're manifesting out of our traumas. That's why when we think we know what we want and we receive that, we're not quite fulfilled. And manifestations are fulfilling. And of course, you're always going to want more after that. But the reason why we don't feel fulfilled when we receive what we ask is because we were intentionally, subconsciously manifesting out of our trauma. Majority of us want to get out of poverty, and we think we need the physical in order to make that fulfillment come to life. But the little do we know, majority of what we desire actually stems from what we lacked as a child. And because of feeling this lack as a child, and we actually relive it until in our adulthood, to the point we always ask, why is it always happening to me? Why am I always in a rut? It's because you haven't dealt with what your inner child experienced as a kid that deemed the beliefs that you hold today. And that's why it's very important to do shadow work. Now, if you don't know what shadow work is, go check out the signs I just did actually yesterday and I'm doing today. The rest of this week is all going to be about shadow work. Go check those out. If you want to book your own healing session on shadow work, like I said, my link is down in the description box below. But the whole point of shadow work is to dissolve, is to unbind those beliefs that you have picked up as a child that deemed who you think you are today. And I want you to understand something. Our root chakra is the beginning stages of our development as a human being. And our root chakra is where we start from the ages 0 to 7. That's where we start holding our beliefs. That's when we start forming our foundation. That's when we start creating our identity as who we are as an individual based on our environment. And a lot of us have been through trauma, serious trauma. Like for me, I've been through sexual trauma, I've been through physical abuse, verbal abuse. I've been through bullying from family, friends, even lovers as well. I've been judged and criticized, called a narcissist. All of these things have made me believe there's something wrong with me. So I always strived for success. I always strived for goals. But I felt like I had so much pressure on me to the point that even when I did manifest what I want, I couldn't cherish it or appreciate it. And it's because I was still dealing with that trauma, that pain, those beliefs that weren't true about me. So you got to be mindful of what you're trying to manifest, because you might not be manifesting what's purely needed with your heart, or purely from your heart at that. So understand, shadow work is so important before you manifest, because there is a divine plan that your soul has created with God in order for you to fulfill on this planet. And sometimes while we are corrupt by this world, because we are, we allow our ego to rule that divine plan to the point that we always think we have to control everything. That's why we don't get exactly what's fulfilling, because we're not being guided by our heart, where our divine blueprint is. We're being guided by the corruption that this world has put within us to think that we are something, hence limitations within a box. That's why we feel so limited. So that is the dark side of manifesting, is understand that you still might be manifesting from the trauma, from that pain, from that sadness, from that hurt, and trying to get revenge, trying to prove yourself. So be mindful of that and make sure you feel whole within yourself before you even try to manifest a better life for you, because it takes you taking care of you nurturing yourself. You stop suppressing your emotions, because suppressions lead to depression, and the reason is because you are not acknowledging how you feel. You're not acknowledging what your inner child is still feeling on the inside, that's ready to let it go. That's why it feels uncomfortable. So that is the dark side of manifesting. Now let's get into the technique of the manifesting technique I like to call Be the Emotion. And now I know you probably heard of Neville Guidar. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He has a book, really quick read, but it's really intriguing. He talks about how the emotions are the catalysts for manifesting, like the law of attraction, the law of assumption. But we're gonna get a little deeper into how I've been able to use this technique in my life to manifest what I have now, and also to manifest the things I know they're on their way, because I feel it. Now, Neville Guidar talked about how feelings are the secret, and they are. But I'm going to tell you why feelings are the secret. If you don't know tarot, the Magician card explains it all. Go check that out. I'm not going to explain it in this video, but go check that out, what the Magician card really means in the tarot. Because we're spiritual beings. We're divine beings. We're energetic beings. We're beings beyond the physicality. But what makes up us being able to be in this physical essence is our flesh, but mostly our emotions. Because our emotions is where love lies, and love is the highest frequency of all that created all of this life. Why do you think there's so much beauty within each person? And even if you can't find that beauty, even if you can't see that beauty within things or in people, that is your perception. This is why it's very important to change your perspective from those false beliefs that you picked up that aren't even yours, those are projections, into beliefs that you know feel right to your heart, to what you deserve, what you know you rightfully deserve. So in order for us to exist physically, we have to have a heart. We have to have emotions. Yeah, you may think, well, Britt, there's people who are rich and not happy, and yet they have it all. Here's the thing. Most of those people inherit that shit. They inherit it, they buy it, they use it. Some of them are self-made. That's why I go more with the self-made people, because they've done the inner work to feel fulfilled first, spiritually abundant, before they got physically abundant. Physical abundance is a byproduct of your energetic abundance. Understand that. That's why it's important to do the inner work to dissolve those false limiting perspectives that you have of yourself. But back to the technique. So in order for you to manifest what you want, you have to allow yourself to acknowledge how you feel. If you feel like you can't be wealthy, get down to that. Question that. Now, if you feel like you can be wealthy, what does that feel like without needing to see it? You can use your visualizations, that works. But sometimes we get too caught up in the thoughts, too caught up in the visualizations to the point we neglect adding the emotion to it. I want you to understand, your body is the receiver. Your mind is just the antenna. Your mind catches the thoughts, catches the visualization, catches the ideas from divine, and your body stores it. And when it stores it, then your body moves with that energy. Your body is the receiver. Your mind is just the antenna. Don't get it twisted. And when you understand that your heart, your body is the receiver, then you can understand that frequency lies within you. So when you can tap into the energy of the feeling, understand emotions are energy in motion. We are energetic beings. That's why it's important to be still. Because when you're still, you can feel into that energy. You can feel with what feels distorted and what feels wholesome, what feels misaligned and what feels aligned. So in order for you to do this, don't even think about, for example, you want love, right? All right. Here's the best way to allow love into your life. What does love feel like to you? That's it. That's all it is. What does love feel like to you without visualizing it? Without visualizing it, what is your heart telling you? And a lot of us have troubles feeling into our heart is because we were taught not to feel within our heart. We were taught not to feel because feelings are the secret for you to be the creator of your life, but also to know your sovereignty. So the best way I have done this, and I've started to attract dates, I started to attract new friends, I started to attract new ideas into my life, I started to attract more abundance through ideas, because ideas actually create the physical abundance. So the way I've been able to do this is that I literally, throughout the entire day, in the morning and night, I do visualize. Throughout the entire day, I sit in my heart. And I allow myself to get real deep to the point in the middle of my heart, to the point I feel like there's a ball of light. And I tap into that. And I wonder, what does it feel like if I get closer, if I get closer, if I get closer? And I realize the more I get closer to my heart, the more I detach from the physical, the more I detach from the thoughts. And that has been very powerful for me, because I've been able to separate myself from attachment, from that comfort of thinking I need the physical, and starting to realize it's all abundantly within. That's where you create the stability and the foundation to create something healthy, wholesome, and actually divinely meant for you. So I'm telling you, all you have to do to embody this technique is literally be the emotion. Be the emotion. What does love feel like without needing someone by your side? What does abundance feel like without needing having the tangible? What is your heart telling you while you say, I am abundant? Why you say, I am love? Why you say, oh, I'm thankful for this new love in my life. I'm thankful for this money that's able to pay my debt, but I'm able to travel. How does it feel? Does your heart open up? Does it close? Does it feel like it's expanding? Does it feel like it's breaking through? Feel into that. Be the emotion, because the emotion is the energy in order to help you move into that embodiment of what it is you're asking for. So I'm trying to see if I can explain this in the best way. So I wanted to go on dates more, because, you know, I haven't really given myself the opportunity to be curious about people and go on dates, because I've always been isolated all my life. And I'm just like, okay, I need to get my ass out there, because I know I'm a fucking lovable person. So I realized how much I was in my thoughts, but I neglected my emotions. So I remember I literally put my hands on my heart, which is actually your arms are connected to the heart. Right here, the chest. And my hands on my heart. And I really was like, how does it feel? How does love feel? How does it feel? And I felt my heart tingling. And I started to lean into that tingle. Like, oh, I started to get interested. I put all my focus on that feeling. And like they say, where you put your focus is where energy flows. So I put my focus on there, and it started to tingle, and I felt like that tingling started to get deeper into my heart, and I felt like there was something so small starting to open and open and open, and I followed that emotion. I followed it to the point I started to intentionally add love into it. Whew, love feels open. It feels a little stuck, but it's like, whew. And then I started to feel abundance. I'm like, ooh, there's more than enough. There's more than enough. And I started to feel the expansionness to the point. There is, what's that word? I read it the other day. The trotio, I can't pronounce it. Scientific words, man. There is an aura around your heart. The more you focus on your heart, the more it expands throughout your entire body to the point you become a magnet of that very emotion of love, of that very emotion of abundance, of that very emotion of prosperity, wealth, friendships. There's a saying I like, everything I touch turns to gold, and I feel like I'm the chosen one. I allow myself to be the emotion. It's not about the attainment of it or the outcome. And that's the other secret. Once you could be the emotion, you realize that it doesn't matter if you have it physically. You already have it because you are it. That is the fucking secret. So that is the way to allow yourself to manifest, is by be the emotion. And let me tell you, I'm very happy because now I'm going on dates. Now I got some new friends. Now I'm creating new ideas, and it's exciting. All because I decided to allow myself to be what we are divinely meant to be, as a divine being and a human vessel feeling love. Because that is all we have to do. Our purpose here is to be happy, and our mission here is to know our power and to create what feels right for what divine is using us for. So other than that, my beautiful beings, that is my little manifestation technique on how to be the emotion, understanding the dark side and the light side of manifestation. Once you be able to cleanse and purge what you know no longer is true about you, because majority of the shit we pick up is our parents' beliefs, is our aunts' beliefs, is our cousins' beliefs, is our, all that bullshit beliefs. You are your own unique individual that God made. It's time for you to start understanding that, discovering that, nurturing that, honoring that, and being grateful for that. Because God would never make another you, so you might as well be you. And then as you find you, then start being the creator of your life by being the emotion of the thing, that you already are. So you don't need to desire it, boo-boo. But other than that, you guys, I really hope this helps. I really hope it brought a different way of looking at manifesting. And if you did, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button as well, so you won't miss out any videos. If you enjoy spending your time with me here today, boo boo. And if you want to know more about this, or you want to do some deep diving to cleanse out things that no longer serve you, to allow yourself to flourish, then go ahead on my website and book your appointment today, your healing session or personal reading as well. But other than that, you beautiful beings, don't forget, buy that new merch, boo boo, because that's some pretty good merch. Honestly, if you're a spiritual badass, you might as well look like one, boo boo. But other than that, you guys, I love you guys so much, and please have a blissful day, and understand you're worthy because you exist. See you on the next one, guys.